Now, we're back with good episode.
No.
We got a good episode.
No, what we had actually is a episode that decided to copy Smart Guy. That's what we had here because it seems to be a common thing with geniuses. They don't know how to pass shop class. And somehow they're able to make straight A's in every subject. But if it's a shop class, they don't know how to build something. They don't know how to make something unless it's a knife.
That was welding class, bro.
No, it was metal class. Or metal shop is what they call it.
That should not be a class.
That really shouldn't be. How? Did you ever see a metal shop class?
No, I had wood shop like a normal person.
That's what I mean. So did Taj Mahal and Smart Guy. The only difference in this episode versus that one is that Ian in this snapped while, TJ didn't snap at Smart Guy because TJ was the man.
TJ.
Yeah,
TJ.
TJ Henderson.
TJ Henderson.
Dude, Marcus,
Man.
Mo.
What a great show.
Dude, Yvette. Dude, I love Smart. Nobody understands how obsessed I was with Smart Guy. It's huge. I've seen every episode probably 20 times.
No, I remember watching it a lot, especially when it was obviously ended, but reruns just kept going.
Yeah. It's because there's not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
As much as you would think, it's 3 seasons, and each season has like 15 episodes. And if you think about 30-minute episodes, it's not a lot.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And we got to talk about the big thing here. We have a special guest here, Jonathan Taylor Thomas.
JTT, the man himself. He's coming in with the ladies already wanting him. By the way, I want him in this episode.
I'd be down.
He reminds me a lot of Jack in Titanic. You know what? I feel like maybe JTT should have gotten the role of Jack in Titanic instead of Leonardo DiCaprio.
Really?
I wonder how that would have gone. Would you have bought into it? I don't know if I would have. I'll be honest as I'm saying this.
Yeah, I'm just thinking could I see JTT painting what's her face naked?
Yeah, you could. I mean, just having those eyes watch you.
Oh no, he looked too young. But then again, Leo looked young too.
He actually looks like the guy from the Hanson Chicks. The Hanson band that sang Mbop. If you look at one, he looks exactly like them now.
Whatever happened to John JTT?
He got old. That's what happens to all the kid actors.
Pretty sure I saw his acting credits and he stopped 07, bro.
Yeah, when he got old.
What the hell, man?
Yeah,
Just
because
wasn't about it anymore?
Well,
because he was mainly known for what, Home Improvement?
No, I would say for me, he was really known for all the Disney movies because he was Man of the House was one of them. He also had 3 others with Disney Channel. I think he was even one with the Olsen
Disney
twins.
star, but I know he was in Home Improvement.
No, definitely wasn't Home
Yeah.
Improvement. And that was probably his longest streak of actually being on a show for sure.
He played who do you play? Played Pinocchio.
Yeah.
Old
See,
one.
that's what I mean. He was I don't need a Disney contract there. Oh, wasn't he also at the end of Casper? Maybe I'm wrong. Was he Casper?
Nah, you're talking about when he goes human form?
Yeah, when he goes
it's
human
not him.
form.
It's not him.
Oh man, that would have made me love him even
Do you know what? JTT should have been in Casper.
That's what I mean. That would have been a perfect role too,
That
right?
would have been a perfect role. Come with me if you want to live.
That'd have been great. God, we should probably do a podcast of Casper.
I got it on VHS, bro.
All right, sweet. But let's do Wendy, the first one. Casper meets Wendy. That's the best one.
With Hillary?
Yeah, with Hillary Duff. It's the best.
Was that first or was that second?
No, that's third.
Oh, okay. I was I just love the uncles, man. I want the ghost uncles all day.
Why? So they can just hit you?
Yeah.
Because that's all they do is they beat Casper. Casper,
Phantom hit me.
You know how Casper died? His uncles killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no accident. No. His
Well,
uncles
they died
killed
with him, so it's okay.
Yeah, they probably they accidentally killed themselves while trying to kill Casper.
It was like a murder-suicide. No, not our Casper.
How did we get on a Casper thing?
You brought it up, dude. You thought JTT was in Casper.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Let's go back to JTT now.
All right, I'm going to get some water real quick.
That's fine. JTT is just so much of the man where I wish he would have been a more returning character than just a few episodes. They should have done an evil villain league. if they would have done the Legion of Supervillains and just had some of these reoccurring guys team up together as like a Sinister Six, there would have been something here. But no, all these heartthrobs, they only last the one episode. It's just a shame. Because you know what? They seem to always cause conflict with the ladies and Clark. And you know what I'm here for? The high school drama.
The Sinister Six, huh?
Or Legion of Supervillains. I tied it in a DC. But I mean Sinister Six, like, having a number. Like 6 of them.
That'd be kind of cool. What if they brought JTT back for like a DC or Marvel role?
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Instead of Harry and Eternals, they should have put in JTT. That's what they should have done. Because nobody cares about Harry Styles. Yeah.
Star Fox?
Yeah. They're never going to make a movie out of that.
Well, Eternals 2 is coming, dude.
No, Eternals 2 is not coming. Nobody cares about androids that have no feelings.
Cersei. I love you so much, Cersei.
I'll always remember turning to my wife, why are they acting so robotic?
Because they are.
Because at the end I go, oh, they are.
Well, good acting, I guess.
Great.
So, got lost in thought there. But
oh, yeah, I went down like a deep rabbit hole.
We're back on Dichotic, episode 9 of season 2, Smallville. Of course, the two nerds are here hosting this Somebody Save Me podcast. You're quite familiar with it. We run through the show and the episode. We, point out a lot of good things, lots of cool stuff, nerdy stuff here and there. We also talk shit about it.
There is nothing cool that we are going to be pointing out here. We're going to be pointing out only the amazing stuff because this episode is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finally back on track. No more of the crap. No more Ryan. Here we go.
I'll tell you who's going to be screaming, "Somebody save me." Chloe and Lana.
Why are they going to be screaming that?
Well, we'll get into that, dude. Chill.
They probably, want it even more. There's no save me. It's more like do me.
Oh, JTT. Or what's his name? It's Ian, right?
It's Ian, yeah.
Ian.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of switching back. Just know JTT is Ian. So if we say
Ian.
JTT, it's Ian.
He's Ian in this episode. Again, is Dichotic. We're opening up to welding class.
Hold on. Let's start on what I thought it was at first, though. Shop class. So we're starting with shop class where it looks like it's the teacher having to go around grading their projects.
Yeah.
Of course, Joseph, can you please tell me what did Clark make?
So he made a silver S.
He made a bookend.
The letter S.
What is he going to do with this? What is this supposed to be? If you're a teacher and you're like, did you just make a letter? Did you make bookends? Where's the other letter to at least make this a project? Tell me is this a paperweight?
He should have been like, what's the S stand for, Clark?
No.
Sucks. Because this class sucks.
No. You know what he said it stands for, right? Joseph, he says
Smallville High.
It says it stands for Smallville High. So
we need a new logo, and I know you're in charge of that, Mr. Frankel.
I know you're in charge of the new logo. Come on, this is it.
Don't you love how the teacher was conveniently holding it right in front of Clark's chest?
Yeah, it was great foreshadowing for the future.
Remember, dude, it means hope. It's not even an S.
So what you're trying to tell me, though, is that because the teacher gives Clark a C, that outfit that he has and the S on his chest, it's really not A quality.
No. He gave him an S grade, as for super.
No. But we see the grades, and it's a full-on C. There is no S in this.
I love that Clark didn't even really care either. Because, yeah. And
Hold on. Joseph, I got to put one thing out, though. Clark then goes, yeah, you know what? I can't believe you didn't like this. Pete, you should have stuck with the basics like my candlestick. His candlestick is crooked.
His candlestick holder.
Look at this. What is this?
He's looking at it like he's so proud, bro.
Yes, as if this is the best candlestick anyone has ever seen.
Is that even like basic? Who's going to be thinking of doing a candlestick holder?
You know why? Pete. Because apparently there must have been, like, you know how you go to a tattoo shop and there's the basic tattoos that they're like, hey, you want one of these? Metal shop must have that. Or shop class. I'm sorry. I don't want to get to metal.
No, this is welding class because how else are they going to do that?
Shop class, though, they have, the basic little templates that you can use. Pete decided to go with candlestick. Clark decided to think out of the box and go with an S.
Yeah. I guess that's outside of the box. I don't know. Maybe was practicing his alphabet that day. He's like, the S looks really good.
Hey, what about making a knife? Is that thinking outside of the box?
I was just about to point that out. So Mr. Frankel, the teacher, is going around everyone, grading everyone, and he's going up to Ian, and Ian literally made a shank. He made a prison shank. I would fail him too.
I kept trying to make up sometimes. I really did. To be like, man, Frankel's a dick for failing him or for not giving him the grade that he deserves. But I'm sitting here and he's like, this is shitty craftsmanship. Look at the edges here. Nothing on this match. I go,
I expected more from you, Ian.
So you really did just get a piece of metal and like break it off as if it was a shank. And he goes, look, it's a letter opener.
I can use scissors. And it's like, yeah, I would totally, it's like, I'm going to give you the grade you deserve. And now Ian's all upset. It's like, bro, look at what you made.
Yeah, but hold on. He did come to, so I do go back and forth with this argument though. I came to every single class. I showed up. I worked. What else are you wanting? And he goes, you know what, Ian? Sometimes attendance isn't everything. There's also attitude and effort.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. I put in the notes here so you can even read. Teacher's gonna die. Frankel's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the kid Bill, he made a shank. Teacher said, I don't like your shank. The shank's got to be used now, right?
I would use it.
It's a pattern.
Yeah, and Ian's just so upset.
Well, he looks like that he's a guy that's always had the straight A's and never had a teacher talk down to him as if he was a normal student like Clark Kent.
And I love this little slight here. And Mr. Frankel's like, that's it, everyone. Good work. Most of you.
He just stares at Ian.
Yeah, just like, okay, dude. I mean, yeah, you told him what the deal is, but no need to rub his nose in it.
Well,
look what you did, Ian. Look what you did.
This is a very common thing. Mr. Summers did this as well with his own son. There's a lot of rubbing their students' noses into the bad things that they do to make sure they'll never do it again.
Yeah.
But this is taking it a little bit overboard considering Ian is already upset with his grade. So you don't need a full-on stare at him in the middle of everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, Joseph, way to go.
Yeah, good job, most of you. Don't want to point out fingers, but we should also see. Okay, so this is where Pete.
The grades.
Yeah,
yes,
Pete's
this
like,
is what we see.
Clark, use your powers, dude. Check out my grade. You need to tell me right now. No one's looking, I swear. I mean, no one's gonna tell what Clark's doing. Okay.
Well, he's like, I won't tell John. I won't tell your dad. And this is where we do figure out, because if you pause, you'll see Ian's grade is a C. Pete's grade is a B+. Clark's is a C+. Not gonna lie to you. I was trying to poke holes. I was trying to poke so many holes.
Do you see, is that a last name Juan or Quan?
Oh, that says Quan.
He has more relatives?
Yeah.
Isn't the son in jail and the dad's dead?
Well, also, wasn't Quan older and graduated too? Wasn't he a part of the...
He was Air Force.
Yeah, he was Air Force program trying to recruit.
Maybe there's another Quan out there.
Man, how is he not picked on at school? That should have been the villain in this episode.
Hey, don't end up like your family.
You know what? They should have just named JTT Ian Quan. That would have been probably the best bet, right?
Maybe. He doesn't look Asian, though, Taylor, so...
What are you trying to say? They can't adopt? Quan was a single dad. Maybe he wanted two boys.
I guess now I'm the insensitive one. Yes, they can't adopt a white boy. But, so...
Never know.
And, of course, as you see, Clark lets Pete know. Well, actually, Clark looks at Ian because he feels bad he got the C, and he's like, damn, that sucks. And but he tells Pete, you were smart to stick to the basics, aka shitty candlestick, and you're good. He didn't even tell him the grade. He just basically tells him like, you're good.
I love Ian running down. So we open up to the next scene where Pete and Clark are then walking down the hall. Ian then runs in between them as if he's like panicking, about to go cry in the bathroom.
Dude, and it's crazy. Yeah, he has to go shit in his pants or something.
Or he's gonna be like, I can't believe it.
Yeah, and it's weird because I think we've talked about this before. We hate how, these characters should somewhat be maybe rumored, established, kind of. And it's like this one, it's like, oh yeah, he's the academic guy. Everyone knows his 4.0.
Well, wait, I'm actually for this here. I am for this explanation on why we've never seen Ian, and it's because they've even explained this. He just loads up on extracurriculars with classes. He's always busy. So if anything, sure, we could have seen him walking down the hall, but there's no way in hell Ian is going to stick around talking with anybody, because what we even see here, Ian is all about Ian. We think he's about others where there's maybe a soft side. Spoiler alert, there's not.
Yeah, there's not. So, of course, they kind of feel bad for Ian here just going through the hallway.
Right, because Pete's right. Something's got to give in the end if you're taking on that much. But we do open up to, once again, the metal class.
We go back to the shop class, but it's just Mr. Frankel doing whatever the hell he's doing. And Ian shows up already looking mad. He's like, I need an A in this class, Mr. Frankel.
This entire scene from both parties is extremely inappropriate. Oh. I'm talking from Ian and I'm talking from Frankel here.
Yeah, for sure.
There is so many lines being crossed because, yes, just like you said, Ian's coming up saying, you better give me that.
Also, what a gross last name. Frankel.
Yeah, well, whenever you have that type of...
No wonder they killed him off. They couldn't keep saying it anymore.
No wonder all the kids hated him, actually. God, Frankel.
What if he was like the nicest guy, but everyone just hated him because of his last name?
Does he really look like the nicest guy?
And then he became the villain of this story.
So you're saying that
you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
The kids picked on him so much that he finally he had it.
It's that self-fulfilling prophecy, bro.
He is the teacher of the metal shop, and you are saying that he had too much hindrance on his performance from the students being mean to him that it caused him to be the villain?
That's right. Good theory, huh?
This guy's a dick. From beginning to end, he's a dick.
So, of course, Ian's just basically talking to him back and forth. Look, I need this grade. I need it bad. And, of course, he grabs Mr. Frankel because Mr. Frankel's like, dude, I'm going to post the grades. Chill out. And he's like, I need to know. He's like, it's a C. And frankly, that was generous, Ian.
Well, and he tries to walk away where Ian once again grabs him again, explains to him, listen, I need to have that 4.0. I need to be able to lock down the Luther Foundation scholarship. And this is where the teacher just grabs Ian's arm, just shoves it back. Okay.
Yeah, and that's where we talk about the inappropriate.
That's not what you do as a teacher.
You don't do that.
No. That's not what you do. Instead, you shove him down even harder so that he hits the ground, and then you get him first before he gets you.
Yeah, and then what was crazy here...
Because I certainly don't turn my back on him, by the way.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Yeah. I think as soon as he would grab my arm, I'm surprised the teacher didn't say anything. If a student's grabbing your arm like that forcibly, detention.
No. The moment the student grabs my arm like that, hey, we're done with every conversation that you want to have right now.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you're wanting to do at this point.
Could have literally even presented an idea like, is there something I can do to get an extra credit? Like, I'll put in the work. He's all about doing academic work, so why wouldn't that be a good idea?
Joseph, just give me the grade, damn it. I'm not going to do anything else. Give it to me.
Yeah, give it to me. And so you see that the lights go out, but obviously it's not Ian because Ian was right behind him. And he's still there in front of him. So lights are going out. Music is being played at an unbearable loud volume, and
doors locked.
Ian now has a blowtorch,
and he turns around, and Ian is also standing there. So somehow,
and he stabbed him with the prison shank that he made.
There are two Ians.
There are two Ians,
AKA, welcome to the Prestige.
So that goes to the point because now we're at the opening sequence, but. Dichotic. I did look up this word.
Oh, you did. So Ryan, you did not look up, but dichotic, you are looking up. You know what, Joseph? I'll take the every now and then, I guess. But come on, can you be more consistent?
There's certain words that are just a conundrum in my brain. It's like I don't know if I want to look it up. It might disappoint me. Ryan was entering that field a bit. Dichotic. I was like, yeah, I gotta know this one. No one needs to know what Ryan means. He's gone.
It means an old wooden ship.
Excuse me if I'm wrong, fellas, but I believe diversity is an old wooden ship used back in the Civil War era. He's like, that's not right at all.
That's not right.
That's not right at all. But dichotic is involving or relating to the simultaneous simulation of the left and right ear by different sounds. That makes sense, right?
What? Is there another meaning behind it?
That was the main one on Google.
Okay, no, there has to be another meaning. It has to mean twin.
Like, we got commercial right now, so we can take some time.
It has to mean you have a twin. That's what it means.
I think it just means like
Separating yourself into two, dividing yourself up. You gotta give it to me. There has to be some explanation of it.
dichotic, involving. So it's physiology. I think that's the main thing here. It's literally a physiology term, involving or relating. Let's see. Is there more?
Let's see. What are the synonyms?
Use it in a sentence, please.
Origin.
Yeah, I guess it's just.
Is it Greek?
Oh, a simultaneous stimulation. Sorry, didn't mean simulation. We are in a simulation, by the way.
Yeah, that's real.
What does it mean in psychology?
This is
so
where
relating
people
to
get their
involving
news.
when you're in such as pitch, loudness from a stimulus. Yeah, it has to do with listening, but I guess I get what they're trying to do because
I don't get what they're
obviously
trying to do.
it's simultaneous things happening at once. So that means two people happening at once type of thing. Also, that's a huge theme here. I don't know if you caught it throughout the whole thing. You're like, oh, you can't be two places at once, Chloe. Oh, double trouble. Oh, blah, blah, blah. It's like, cool, we get
I wish
it.
they would have called the episode like Twinning.
They should have called it Double Team, like that Disney movie.
Yeah, about the 6 foot tall girls that went to the WNBA.
So, as we're opening up, on that, it's just obviously clear that Ian is the villain of this story. He is just really, he's really concerned about going to school, and
We open up to the tower,
yeah,
where Lex is then walking out on the phone.
Lex just already looks grumpy.
He is just going off right now, speaking about the Metropolis charity auction, saying that he was supposed to be at a meeting, he wasn't able to make it, but he promises that he will be there tonight. Who he then meets outside is a meter maid, who happens...
I love these terms, like a meter maid, like, that's so rude.
So this guy wants to get his ass kicked.
No. He actually hates his life.
I just want to make sure that he asked for this.
The meter maid, because even Lex is like, dude, I've been here for like no more than 5 minutes. He's like, too late. I'm already riding up the ticket. And even Lex is like, I'm in a hurry and I have a headache. Can we just, call this off? Just, bygones be bygones. He's like, it's always the rich ones that are complaining about a $25 parking ticket.
$4,000 set of clubs in there, bitching about $25. Okay. First of all, who are you?
Yeah, why?
Who do you think you are? You don't even know me. He even says, oh, have a nice day, Lex.
Hey, what kind of club do you pull out, bro? It's the golf terms.
9-iron is what he pulls out.
Pulls out the 9-iron?
In order to then go Johnny Drama on his windshield here.
He does go Johnny Drama.
And he just destroys it, destroys the headlights, and then he throws the 9-iron back at the meter maid and says, get a real job. Meter maid looks like he's about to cry. Why are you about to cry? You were just an asshole 5 seconds ago. Now you want to try to be a nice, human being? No!
Lex was acting a little angry. Probably could have controlled himself, but the dude did ask for it. Like, you can't. If you were to record and present that to someone, even a jury, would be like, "Well, someone just had a bad day. You ticked off the wrong person, guy."
Who the hell do you think you are? Nobody ever does it. You know what? You can explain it, and you can also be an asshole in so many different ways than how you just acted there. Mm-hmm. What did you think Lex was going to do? In fact, if I was Lex, I would look up what your company was, and then I would buy it and then fire you. That is what I would do if I was Lex Luthor.
That's a Lex move, too.
That's exactly what I thought he was going to do. Instead, since to your point, he did have a little bit of an anger problem there. He was just not having it anymore. The man is losing it.
Yeah, and now
we're opening up to the best scene, right?
We go to Pleasant Meadows, another Luther Corp development.
It says, by the way, hold on. It says another, and it says it underlined.
Yeah.
It's underlined as another.
Why is that sign even there? Why is it? It's literally promoting that this suburbia is under Luther Corp development.
Well, hold on.
Are they K&B or K&G homes or whatever?
Remember, what I think this is, in a way, I think this is what they're they have their own community for Luther Corp employees.
Oh,
That's what I think that
I didn't
is.
even think about that.
And it's
And
because
that makes
it's Chloe's
sense.
dad.
Yeah.
So, and that's where I thought the connection was. And them saying another is more of advertising. Look how much we're taking care of our employees. Sure, it's silly as hell, but it's more like they're still bragging about themselves. Look what we did again.
And which is kind of crazy because it says Luther Corp. Shouldn't it be under Lex Corp? Because the dad went under Lex because remember he helped buy them out and get them back employed.
I don't think he wants to change the name though, unless he's Lex Corp.
Well, there's Lex Corp and there's Luther Corp. They are actually separate.
So why isn't it called that then?
Exactly.
Maybe they haven't changed the sign.
Maybe it's been around then.
Yeah, that's probably
this is also the first time we've even seen the Sullivan house.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because the point of us even seeing the Sullivan, besides our distraction of that wonderful sign that's in the shot for 30 seconds, is we're seeing Clark unloading his truck with the heaviest box known to man with all of Lana's belongings, and he decides to be an asshole and
plop it right on Mr. Sullivan. And look at he's like struggling and no one helps him. Lana's right there. He's like, Mr. Sullivan, you didn't have to let me stay. He's like, it's cool, Lana. It's all right. It's cool. And like, I'm going to die carrying this box.
Don't worry about it, Lana. I'm going to be making you dinner tonight. Oh, no, you don't have to do that. Mi casa su casserole. I'm going to throw up.
Dude. Every time Mr. Sullivan is
makes
on
one of those
screen, he
jokes.
makes a dad joke. And I like the consistency. I respect it. But it's, damn it. I'm not expecting this every time. But also, so, of course, Clark and Lana having their little convo. It's like, how does it feel? How does it feel to be a Sullivan residence now?
Well, I'm extremely nervous, but I'm also really excited. Nell seems to be a little upset because I decided to stay here and not move with her because Nell is a douchebag.
Yeah,
Nell is just selfish, and she could care less about Lana, if I'm being honest, because now she's living her dream world with Dean.
Yeah.
Go to hell, Nell.
Possibly cheating on him with Lex.
No, I don't think so. I don't
Maybe
think
Lex
so.
officially broke it off. That's why she went to Dean.
I think so, because the thing with Dean is he wouldn't have made out with her so hardcore at like the town. Sure, she probably took Dean there to make Lex jealous, but in the end, they moved across.
Listen, Nell, Lex would never do this.
Listen, Nell, let me tell your niece what to do.
So they're having their convo here, and of course,
This is where, though, it's Clark still saying it's not easy when someone you love
moves away.
And you know what we're gonna do now? Let's just stare at each other awkwardly.
Yeah. Why was it that awkward? Because technically, Lana has never moved away. None of his loved ones have ever moved away. So why did he make it awkward? As if like,
Stop it. Grandpapa moved away. I got
Grandpa didn't care about anything, and also it's Clark's fault.
Oh yeah, well according to John,
John and Martha.
Yeah, Martha just allows it. What I love though is the fact Chloe then comes down the stairs, sees that Clark and Lana are giving each other the sex eyes, and goes, "Son of a bitch, I'm gonna have to deal with this now forever because now she's moving in with me."
She's like, I forgot about this.
This
whole thing, this awkward like little interaction is not necessary whatsoever.
It's the only time where you and I even talked before the show where we think that Clark is really great in this episode, and we'll get to why. But in this scene is the only one where I feel like he crossed the line maybe a tad bit by doing that awkward stare. Yeah. Because I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
It needed to be kind of a pin in the butt. They're not like this anymore. We don't need the awkward stares. Mm-hmm. Chloe doesn't need to see it either.
Yeah, and then of course, they're like, yeah, let's hurry up so you can get your truck back. And she's like, well, or Clark's saying, well, my mom called off early, so it's actually cool. Y'all want to celebrate, the new move-in? And they're like, well, I picked up a shift at the Talon, and then what does Chloe say? Which has an interview or something?
Well, yeah, she has to go back to the torch. She's got, like, the newspaper to get out. I just love that Chloe always said, great, thanks for helping us. Now you can go, Clark.
Yeah, thanks, bye.
And Clark just wants to hang out. Hey, ladies, can we do something?
I know, you kind of feel bad here.
In a way,
Clark's actually,
He's really bummed. He's like, I was able to push everything off. You guys want to hang? He's not even being weird. He's not even picking one over the other.
And it's like a thing where it's like, I just helped everyone else. So like, I'm sure we're kind of a little tired. Let's go celebrate or something.
Well, yeah, he's probably like, let's go get a soda pop. Let's go get a milkshake.
No, dude, they only drink coffee.
I don't want to go back to the farm and have to do chores. Please don't make me go.
Don't make me go back to John. Don't make me go back to John. But yeah, even Clark's like, well, I guess when you have time to fit me in your schedule, hit me up.
Just let me know.
Poor Clark. Okay. He's like, when you two are scheduled to take a breath, give me a call.
And both the girls just skip
Chloe
away.
Immediately goes. She's like, yeah, thanks. Bye.
They might as well have locked arms and like skipped off together while Clark is standing there going, well, I guess I'll call Pete.
I'll go kill myself. Thanks. And so that happened. We end that scene. Oh, I love this.
Hold on, you want a theory?
Yeah.
You want a theory right now. Next scene, everything that's about to happen, John did on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
So John and
we're back at the barn. And John's like, just me and you, old girl. He's talking to the tractor.
No, Joseph. Before that, we have to back up 2 seconds. Before that, he's looking outside of the door barn to make sure nobody is around to do what he is about to do right now, which is apparently going up to the tractor.
He gets up underneath that thing, gets some nice little wrenches going.
Mm-hmm. What is he doing here besides grabbing wrenches and then pulling the tractor down on top of him?
I don't know what he's unscrewing there. I don't know if
he's not doing anything. He's pulling it on top of him. Where then him pulling this or trying to unscrew it, whatever he is doing, ends up with the tractor falling on top of his leg, shattering it.
It looked like, yeah, he definitely has this whole little tractor weighing down in his, what is this
calf.
part of your leg called?
Calf.
Is it the calf? I thought it was right here.
I don't know. I thought it was calf. Was it femur?
No, that's this. That's your thigh. The largest bone in your body.
Well, you know what? I'm going to call it calf.
It is his calf, though.
Shin
it's
bone?
Oh, yeah, basically the shin, yeah, whatever.
Shin bone's connected to the thigh bone.
Wow. Damn, you brought it back, dude. You brought back some memories there. But so, of course, literally, John is like not even 2 minutes into. Actually, I don't even think it's one. He's not even 1 minute into trying to do whatever he's doing with the tractor.
No, it was 30 seconds.
It falls down on him. I'm like, God, John, you can't do anything. Why did you even attempt it?
He looked to make sure Clark wasn't around so he could attempt it in order to break his leg so he didn't have to do anything. This was all a setup from John himself.
Dude, and of course, as soon as it happens and Clark conveniently gets home because obviously the girls bailed on him.
Oh, wait, but hold on. He would have been at home at the time then that Jonathan would be expecting him. Because he didn't take a detour. He definitely told his parents that he was helping Chloe and Lana move in, where then he would be back in order to help do his chores. John, that's what I mean, does this on purpose to specifically make sure Clark is not around to be able to help. That's what he's doing. He's trying to knock himself out of commission to not have to do anything.
Well, you're right, man. You're right. I have to agree. And then, of course, Clark is conveniently there. John's yelling for Clark, and Clark shows up, lifts it up, sees it's a clean break on that leg.
What I love, too, is that instead of lifting Jonathan up like he's a baby, which is what he should do because it would be easy, he decided to be like, no, Dad, you're a man. I don't want to embarrass you, and just drags him across the floor.
Yeah, Papa wouldn't like this. You don't want to be carried like baby.
So I drag.
And so, of course, they're probably going to head to the hospital because they go there every episode. And next scene, we're at the torch. And Chloe, to her surprise, finds Ian in there.
And this is not weird that Ian is in there because it turns out Chloe decided to check out every single book from the library and then store it in her office where Ian, apparently they actually have a thing in the library because she is on the current event section of the library while he is on the math and science. Both of them have their own particular tables that they sit at and study. They've seen each other across the hall, but they've never spoken. Now he has to go and see her because, goddamn, look at her office.
Yeah, it's literally filled with every library book.
Yeah, this looks like the Hogwarts library right now with the books stacked on top of each other. And this is insane.
And so, of course, they're even already comparing, like, oh, yeah, we're part of the Overachievers Club, huh? Like, what are you doing here, Ian? Oh, my God, what are you doing here?
The moment a boy comes around her, It's the moment Chloe just, oh my God, boy. She just doesn't know what to do with herself.
And you like her little nod here again. And she's like, yeah, it's just all this stuff. I got to read through it just from time to time. I really wish there was 2 of me. Hint.
Wait,
and Ian's like, yeah.
What do you mean hint? There was no hint there. I don't know what's going on right now.
And of course, they're just talking about all the extra credit work, and he's like trying to land the Luther Foundation scholarship.
Well, this is where we find out, because he wants that scholarship in order for him to be able to get into the Ivy League school next year. Oh, next year?
Yeah.
But you're just a sophomore.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm trying to graduate. It's like,
so we're finally acknowledging we're all 15 years old, right?
that's right.
That's what we're doing.
15-year-old is
15-year-old.
graduating or wanting to graduate early so he can go Ivy League and explore the world because there's so much out there, is what he says.
All right, so I don't get it. What are you getting out of this, Ian? This is what your big goal is to be able to get the Luther Foundation scholarship and then be able to go to the Ivy League school. But to your point on what you just said, what is his plan after? He doesn't have one.
He's not going to have a life, bro.
He's not, like...
21 is the drinking age. You're gonna be done with college by the time you.
He's not like doing it to go be a doctor. He's not doing it to go to NASA.
Yeah, what's his degree?
What is he?
What are you gonna do?
What is he planning here? There is no plan. All he says is, "I'm just gonna get out of this town." You could probably do that without going to an Ivy League school. Then, if your grades are that great, you could probably go to any school. So
that's true.
What are you doing?
No, he has to go Ivy League, bro. Stop.
What's the point?
Don't talk down his dreams.
Just tell me, JTT. Tell me with those blue eyes.
And so, of course, they're just basically chopping it back and forth. And Chloe offers, how about an interview? Because I like this story, obviously. Like, this is a cool story.
Yeah, I don't think it's that cool of a story. If I read this in a newspaper, I'd be like, Ian the loser? Yeah, I don't want to read about this weirdo.
And he even says here, he's like, all right, yeah, I'll do that, but take it easy on me, Chloe. Your reputation precedes you.
Don't worry, I'll take it easy on you.
And she's like, I have a feeling I'll be able to, leave my hard-hitting reporter hat at home. So don't worry.
They just said they wanted to have sex with each other.
Basically, she said, I'm leaving the protection at home. No protection here.
That made me...
Chloe would totally be the girl that has condoms. Chloe would totally be the girl that has like a drawer of condoms. It's like, oh, you didn't bring any? I don't worry, I got some.
I thought you were gonna say that Chloe's the girl that has the drawer of condoms that doesn't use them.
That too, actually. Yes, she does have the drawer of condoms, but she is just so giddy to finally use that drawer.
You're gonna have to cut all this out.
No, dude. You're telling me, dude, this is prime time when you're like, puberty's hitting. I'm telling you, kids are having sex.
Drawer.
Well, I don't know. Okay, maybe not a whole drawer. That's excessive, I will admit. But hey, dude, you telling me she don't have a little bit in there?
Okay, no. She definitely has one or two.
Yeah, and her dad's not going to be like spying and cleaning up her room.
Well, and that's very true because her dad is probably working and he's too busy writing those great jokes of his that he's not going to have time with snooping through his daughter's room. Plus, they now have another young lady in the household. I don't know how he's doing it. I mean, good God, 2 ladies in the house.
Chloe, I was
15-year-olds. I'd be like, man, I don't want to listen to y'all's drama. I don't want to see Clark every day. Can y'all please go somewhere else?
God, shut up. Anywhere but here. Hey, Chloe, I was cleaning up your room a little bit. Found this pack of double XL Magnum condoms. What are you using those for? An interview. What? An interview, Dad? It's an experiment. Social experiment.
The guy from the pharmacy, the guy from the
DMV,
yeah.
The vet, that Hungarian dude, Austrian, whatever.
Vespa.
Yeah, with the Vespa. Yeah, what did he do again? He found... he worked at the telephone company.
That's what it was. Yeah, it's telephone company.
Yes. Southwestern Bell.
She does know a lot of guys here, so there's a lot of connecting the dots.
You telling me my theory ain't foolproof?
And you know what? I can't poke holes in it. I can't poke holes.
You literally should not poke holes in condoms. You're right, Taylor. You're right.
Getting on to the next scene.
And guess what? We're at the hospital. John just looks so pissed already that he has to wear a cast.
The moment I saw this doctor, I go, she's new and she's really good looking. There's no way that she is just in this one scene.
That's right. That's Helen, baby.
Helen Bryce.
No, when she showed up, I was like, oh, this is Helen. Mm-hmm. She's a very...
big player.
I'm already going to just admit here, she becomes eventually a romantic interest for Lex, but that's where this sparks here in this episode. So, Helen, I forgot her last name.
It's Bryce.
Oh, Helen Bryce?
She's Dr. Bryce.
Okay, Dr. Bryce.
Which I also have to get to this, because Dr. Bryce obviously leaves the room now after being Jonathan's doctor.
Saying he's ready to go, he's good to go, blah, blah, blah.
Martha then walks in, and Clark and John have a very weird reaction, which is, how can we make Martha feel like a piece of shit and that it's her fault that he was injured because she was at work?
Only John says something, bro. Don't bring Clark into it.
Well, no. Clark says something later on, and it's on this scene, so don't worry. I'll point it out. John, though, to your point, acts like a complete baby. He really does. Like, he's not even looking at her, and Martha's trying to apologize, saying she was just in a conference. Clark's like, hey, Mom, we left you a message an hour ago. Jonathan then says, we waited over an hour.
Yeah, it's like, why didn't you wait on me, John? He's like, I did waited for like an hour. He's like, well, I'm sorry, I was in a teleconference, cannot make calls or take calls, blah, blah, blah.
Obviously, she's doing something, but you know what Jonathan really thinks she's doing?
Yeah.
Lionel.
Probably, dude. She is a little redheaded.
She's red-haired. And there's a lot of hinting at things here.
And the other thing as well is like,
John's
why
still
are
being
we
a dick?
complaining like this? Because I just don't get it. John just really pissed me off.
Yeah.
It's like, Martha's the GOAT, man.
He's awful in this scene.
And also, the thing is, why didn't you wait for me? So, John has to wait for Martha to do work.
Yeah.
Because she's the overseer.
Yeah.
Wood shop class, tractor class, maybe some hay in the back.
Any type of injury or boo-boo, Martha has to be on there. She is boo-boo patrol. The moment Jonathan didn't have his woman there on his side in order to cure it and kiss it is the moment Jonathan said, well, I'm not going to talk to you.
And so that conversation ends, and so we go to Lex showing up at the hospital. It's like, I'm looking for a Dr. Bryce, and she's like, you reached her. This is her right here. And
Lex just goes all out saying, guess what? I'm flying all these doctors in here. I'm going to make sure that John has the best health care anyone has ever seen.
It was so random. Like, oh yeah, I heard Jonathan Kent was here, broke his leg. Yeah, I have our recommendations. I can get him here in like an hour.
And all Dr. Bryce is like, okay, well, there's no need to be able to call into the cavalry here. Everything's going to be okay, because you know what? It's a broken leg, people. Everyone needs to relax.
Yeah, I put him in a cast. He's discharged. He's good to go. And, of course, she even says a broken leg's nothing to, like, do this for. It's so extra. Lex. And, of course...
there's a little bit of a long stare there from Lex.
And Lex is like, oh, I've offended you, huh? I offended you, doctor? And, of course, she already knows who he is. Kind of throws stabs at his name already.
Well, she's hinting that there's some type of history between them.
Yep.
Obviously, Lex has no earthly idea because, you know, Lex, being that partier that he was, hooking up with so many redheads. I did have to ask the question, Joseph, because it was bothering me. Is she redhead? Can I count this?
No, dude, that's like a dark brown.
It's like a brunette red, right? Can I count it? I
No.
want to count it, but then she goes against my redheads.
Dude, Lex doesn't need redheads. It's Lionel that needs redheads.
No, they both need redheads. Have you not seen the like kind of
Victoria was a brunette.
Victoria was red hair brunette.
Okay, you're making that shit up.
I'm not making any shit up.
Oh, we miss Victoria so much.
Yeah, we do actually.
And so,
Clark now
shows up to the convo,
and he's like, "Hey, what's going on here?" No, nothing. We were just speaking about the small town medicine.
And don't you love how when she walks away, Lex totally just disregards Clark? Like, yeah, I'm gonna check out Dr. Helen Bryce's ass real quick. Oh, hey, Clark, what's up?
You asked, why am I blaming Clark? Because Jonathan was the only one that was the asshole? No. This is where Clark's the asshole. Because Lex then goes, ask your dad. Clark, he's good, but I'm more worried about my mom. She blames herself for the accident. No, she doesn't. You both blamed her to then make her feel like she has to blame herself in order for you two to then feel better about her job. Because what we found out last episode with Ryan, she's having to hide her feelings about her job.
True.
Because both of them are not able to accept it. Because guess what? This is why she hides it.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I agree with you. Maybe I agree with
What
you.
is this? This is so bad. I'm so upset with the Kent boys because all they're being is dickheads to the goat of the season, Martha.
Martha could get it, bro, but not Clark or John.
No.
Tell you that. And then of course Lex even tries to back Martha up here. He's like, hey man, she's taking on a lot of workload. Like, I'll be all chill out. Believe me, it's not easy, man.
Yeah, having that many things on your plate and having to balance everything. Oh, well, at least she's not at the point where she's taking a 9-iron to a meter mate's car.
I love that too, because Lex is like, oh, so you heard about that, huh? He's like, yeah, dude, it's Smallville. It's called Smallville for a reason.
I love that, dude. I love that one.
Yeah, I was like, it's called Smallville for a reason. You're telling me there's definitely people just talking, and of course Clark just laughs and is like, you're having a bad day.
No, like I was having a bad day. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
He just laughs. So I do like that. I love that.
See, that's what's great about that, because it clearly shows their friendship is like as fully developed. Like they're practically brothers, and like they can just joke around about bullshit like that. And it's like, yeah, well, I'll go take my 9-iron now. I'm gonna get my 9-iron.
Lex then looks in the mirror when it comes to the doctor's office, and he then sees that John is trying to get up, and he's like pushing away the nurse from trying to help him use the crutches. If that was Dr. Bryce trying to help him, would he allow it?
Probably.
Just asking a question. It's all
maybe.
me. I'm just asking a question.
I'd always let the lady doctor touch me.
If you look like Dr. Bryce.
And so now we get away from the hospital finally, and we go to
Speak
Talon.
for yourself.
We go to the Talon where Chloe and Ian, I guess, are doing their interview.
There is no interview going on whatsoever. They're just full on flirting, talking about their lives.
And what trash is this? Okay, I don't like this. So Ian's like, it's like, yeah, I'm a single child. I don't know. I guess I'm just making up for all like that hard work.
Thank you for saying that.
My parents, and
Thank you.
that didn't have the children. I could have had as siblings. Like, what? You're doing twice as much as work, which is what he says. Another nod to the theme here. I just always felt like I want to do twice as much as work to account for all the missing children my parents could have had.
So what you're saying is that you want to make sure that your parents don't see you?
Yeah.
So then it makes it seem like they don't have any children versus having multiple children where they have somebody all around them?
This is why his dumbass doesn't need to go to Ivy League.
That's what I mean. He should probably just go to like another university somewhere else. But it's not Ivy League unless he gets that scholarship.
And Chloe agrees. She's like, you and me both. Yeah. It's like,
Well, and Ian even looks and he's like, hey, aren't you on a deadline or something? And she's like, yeah, time flies when you're having so much fun. Well, maybe I could tag along and do whatever it is that you need to do, and then we can go and do something after.
Hang out.
Okay, all they are going to do is just make out. I'm not even sure what she has a deadline for, but no matter what, it's not going to be completed.
Oh, for sure.
There is no way in hell anything is going to be completed.
Would you call it a hard deadline?
No, it's a soft deadline.
Damn it, Ian. Come on, dude. Get your shit up.
First time.
And so...
I'm 15.
This also just shows how 15 they are. Yeah, just trying to make up for all the missing children. Okay.
Well, Clark then, I love that Clark walks in now, and Chloe, this is what I have a problem with. Chloe then by the way, it's going to be a long episode, folks. Buckle in. This is what I have a problem with Chloe, though. Chloe makes this scene weird.
Dude,
Clark
there's a lot of
doesn't.
unnecessary awkwardness in a lot of the scenes, and it's like, especially between him and the girls. Yeah, she's like, oh, Clark, my hand wasn't in his pants. I swear it wasn't in his pants.
We got to go. We got to get out of here. What? Okay, Clark really just came up and was like, hey, guys.
Yeah, his hands in pockets, like, anyone here I know? Oh, Chloe. Oh, Ian. What are y'all doing?
And by the way, all Clark probably wants to do, in all honesty, is talk about his dad and how his dad broke his leg and how he just got done with the hospital again.
No, dude, this is the same day, bro. He literally just wants to hang out with his friends. He's like, because remember, he said,
oh my God.
Remember, because Lana said, I have a shift at the Talon today, so I can't hang out.
You're making this even worse because now it's like, he's just showing up to then wanting to hang out for a little bit again, and all they're wanting to do is bail on his ass again.
It's not even that. He should be upset because Chloe said she had things to do at the Torch. He comes to the Talon, sees that she's off hanging out with another man.
And by the way, the Ian thing didn't happen until after she was at the Torch. So her doing that
She did go to the
interview-
Torch, but then she blew it off.
Okay, she is making it really weird with Clark.
Yeah. And so, of course, yeah, and like he's thinking Lana's at the Talon. Yeah, I'll go hang out with Lana.
Yeah, and exactly, because they're about to have a study break, and Clark is having to come over here to break that, saying, hey, my dad was injured. I got too much to do right now.
You know, if this was Nocturne a few episodes ago, he would have been just acting so brash about another man just, talking to one of his girlfriends. But, he's the friendliest guy right now.
He is, because to your point, he would have probably been watching him at 4 a.m. on the cemetery. But in this episode, he's walking up to Ian and was like, hey, man, sorry about Frankel's class, about the grade. I heard him giving you a hard time. It's bumming. And then Ian, oh, no. Don't worry about it.
I definitely nailed the A. But Clark makes a face like, that's impossible. I literally saw the grades.
Yeah, and Ian's like, no, I saw him after class. I was able to pull him aside. He's more of a reasonable guy than you think.
Mm-hmm. And so,
Clark having to break the math session.
Yeah, has to bail on the math session because he has to help out the dad. And then Lana's like, oh, okay, yeah, I understand. And, of course, Ian just slides.
Dude, whoa.
He slides right in. He's like, yo, that math giving you trouble? He's like, I suffered through algebra, but, if you want, I can give you some tips.
Are you serious? Because I am so totally lost.
And Clark's just like,
this blew up in my face.
It's like, damn it, why did I choose to come here?
Yeah. Maybe I should have just not shown up.
I immediately regret this decision.
Because, by the way, if he didn't show up and he didn't tell her in front of Ian, this wouldn't be happening.
That would not be happening at all, bro.
This is all Clark's fault.
He should have just let him close out the check real quick. It's like, all right, see you later, Ian. All right, Lana, you're mine.
He should have waited for Ian to leave before then. Clark does not see Ian as a threat, though.
No, not at all. But he just gets weirded out because he just saw that Chloe and him are going to go off and do something.
However, Joseph, what I was going to say is that you should always see JTT as a threat when it comes to the ladies. Now you can...
Okay. Thank you for that nice little tidbit there. You're so right. You're so right.
You're so into this. I love it.
And Clark just gets weirded out because he knows that Ian and Chloe just scheduled something.
And that is
Chloe just
fair.
went out to go get the car. He's closing out the check. And he's like, all right, cool. I'll be right back. I'll help you out with the tutoring. And then Clark's just like, is he just playing both of my friends right now?
Well, Clark also looks by. He's like, wait a minute here. Wait a tick.
Yeah, he's I feel like he's low-key impressed, too. He's like thinking about like, wow, smooth moves.
Well, and to your point, he is impressed in a way where he's not going to break it up immediately. Because Lana's like, everything okay? He's like, yeah, everything's good. Everything's good.
He's like, you know what?
I better get going.
I'll just go. And she's like, okay.
Yeah, he doesn't make it that weird. In fact, Lana probably wants him to be weird because the moment he turns around,
she has like a weird expression on her face.
She gives the awkward look. She is the one that makes it weird.
They're doing this shit on purpose, dude.
Clark gave a look because Clark, to your point, was saying, you just said that to Chloe. You just said that to Lana.
You're gonna be
Are
right
you
back,
playing them
aren't
both? What's going on? She gave the look of, why are you not jealous?
Yeah. And of course, and we talked about this earlier because the boundaries have been set.
Boundaries are set.
Yeah, we are in full friendship mode. There is nothing wrong here.
We're buried in the
He
sand.
knows not to overstep because God, we know Clark has overstepped before.
And God knows what could happen at this point if he oversteps any more than what he already has.
Yeah, and so now we get to see Ian go to the back room in the Talon. I'm not gonna lie, bro. These are pretty good special effects for being the time they were.
What, did you just like that JTT was naked?
I think that was you. But so we got to see how Ian's powers work. He can make a clone of himself.
All right.
And it comes out of his back, but he has to get naked for it.
So I have a question. Well, the naked thing doesn't bother me because I feel like maybe with the clothes, he could probably suffocate the clone, if anything. Like, as a weird, type of connection, he could, yeah.
He wants to kill his little twin.
Well, no, he could if it was trying to come out of, the shirt or something, it's not going to break away the shirt, or it could ruin his clothes, and he doesn't want to ruin the clothes.
Maybe so. Okay. But also, does he have spare clothes with him?
Oh, he has to have the exact same set of clothes with him at all times in his backpack.
Damn, imagine going clothes shopping. You have to buy 2 sets of everything.
Yes.
Which is kind of crazy. I like this power a lot. This power is crazy.
I had a question for you, though. Could he do it again?
Yeah, that was my thing.
Yes.
Because you know what I think about is like the cells just reproducing in a body. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that's what that seems like here, like mitosis. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't know if he could. Maybe it's just one.
And the only reason why I'm thinking maybe it would not be able to work in like having multiple instead of just the one clone is because of he looks like he's in pain whenever he's doing it.
Oh, for sure. He's like forcing that thing out.
Yeah.
It's like he's giving birth.
Yes, and it's not a comfortable feeling from what it appears. However, he immediately gets over it as if it's nothing the moment the clone is out of his body.
It's probably just a matter of doing it is what's the hardest part. But once it's out, like you're good to go.
He should have tried it, man. I would have kept going to see if I could build an army.
All right, I got 5 of y'all now.
Now, I have a question now.
He's twice.
Who's the real?
Ooh.
Is he the real one?
Damn.
Is he the original?
Dude, he's literally twice from My Hero.
Yes, exactly. So
That's
does
so
he know
cool.
if he's the original or not?
I don't. Maybe he doesn't. I mean, at that point, it wouldn't even matter, I guess. Or maybe it's like a shadow clone in Naruto, dude.
Well, no, it's the anime connections, but it's also the prestige.
Oh yeah.
Are you the one in the box? Or are you the one that's on stage?
Yeah, that was probably one of the most terrifying lines too, when he's just like, "I never knew if I was gonna be the guy in the box or the one that would come
Drowned.
out." Yeah, that would be drowning in the box, or I'd be the one showing up as the act. And it's like, that is scary. So you're crazy and you killed yourself so many times.
So many times.
So many times. And then after, of course, Ian had cloned himself, you see him, obviously, one set going with Chloe, the other going with Lana, because they're doing their little sessions together. But after that, we have the Kent house.
Hey, you want to see like the biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever heard in my life? Is at the Kent house, Clark is waking up in the morning, or he actually has been up. Jonathan is then waking up, coming with his crutches, saying, "Oh, you know what? I gotta get down. I gotta start feeding the pigs. I gotta start doing the hay. I gotta start doing everything."
What is up with the time here? Because
It's 6 a.m.
He even tells John, like, "Hey, Dad, you're supposed to be taking it easy." He's like, "Oh, I took it easy enough today. I slept till 6." And I was like, "You slept in till 6? What time do you wake up, you psychopath?"
Well, Clark apparently doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
So Clark was up at the cemetery until 4:30, where then the milkman came in nocturnal. And so Clark then is up in the morning at 6 already, where he says he's cleaning out the chicken coop. He's done the hay, he's done the feed, he's done it all. Where Jonathan is not having to do anything, and Jonathan decides to make up shit in his head that then says, "Oh, I gotta go grease something." Why don't you shut up, Jonathan?
Grease that leg of yours, man.
Yeah.
And-
I could do as much work out here as I can on the couch. John, we all know that you want to sit on the couch, watch the Sharks highlights, and crack open a beer. Stop lying.
Yeah, Martha comes down because she's not supposed to be at home, actually. She's supposed to be at work. And she's like, "Yeah, I took off for today. Just thought maybe we could do some stuff around the house." John's like, "God, I don't want this leg to disrupt the family. God, why don't y'all just let me do things?" It's like, this is why you injured yourself, buddy.
They also made Martha feel like ass, so
Again.
no wonder she's trying to stay at home.
And even Clark's like, "Hey, Dad, couch is over there. Shut up."
No. I'm going outside. I'm going to grease.
Yeah, and of course,
Martha feels bad saying that, you know what?
it's supposed to be a partnership, you know?
And I haven't been a part of this. You know, I've been doing my own thing, trying to support the farm,
And he's like,
having
"Hey,
to take
no."
on multiple jobs, having to pay for it all while your father does nothing.
And yeah, there's no argument there. But he even tells her, of course, "You can't be 2 places at once, Mom." And
What's that mean?
and of course, it's like, "You took the job to help out the farm, so chill out."
I said chill.
And so we go back to school, and whoa.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Wait,
hold
rewind
on.
it a bit, because what are Pete and Clark talking about here?
Whenever it actually, I thought they were. Or no, they're talking about his dad. They're still talking about his dad and him being able to like do things because they're walking up to the metal shop.
But
and
they
see
also
that
mentioned that Frankel wasn't in class, and he never takes a sick day. Like, he's never done that.
And guess who Lana's new
And
study buddy
Yeah,
is?
and Pete's like, "Oh, I know Lana's new study buddy, huh?" And they're just doing the classic, like, this is like a couple's interaction at a locker.
Yeah, except the only problem I have here, if we rewind, Because, again, JTT is the man himself, so there's no way I'm ever going to dispute anything. I just have a problem with his white shirt being tucked in. Why is his white shirt tucked in to his jeans?
Dude, this is the town of Smallville, bro. They tuck their shirts in.
Why is the belt buckle bigger than anything else I've ever seen in my life? Look at that thing! It's a UFO!
Dude, he probably made that in a metal shop. Oh my. That was last year's project.
Yeah, that was better than the shank.
Honestly, that man made a shank. Anyways, so of course
Clark's
just
just
like,
off.
"Yep, yeah, I know they studying together." And of course, Pete's like, "Oh, do I detect the J word?" And Clark's just like, "Nah, we're just friends, dick."
Except one problem. There is one problem that then happens, because I'm a fan of Clark in this episode. I'm not going to take anything that I've said back whatsoever. Clark is, of course, the J word in this scene, Joseph, because if we let it go...
Why wouldn't he have left with Pete?
No, Joseph. We're going to do this right now so that the audience can... I'm going to give you the exact time. I need everybody to stop the episode at 18 minutes and 12 seconds, where you can see Clark full-on stalker mode, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know. This is because he's done this like 2 or 3 times before.
This is
and it's
so
like,
bad.
Why are you? He did this with Whitney and Lana, bro.
Yes.
It's like, why are you still standing there? You should have left with Pete. Do you need to talk to Lana right now? If not, please leave. And so, of course, Ian's talking about, because he's eavesdropping, of course. Ian's talking about, thank you, Lana, for the peer recommendation. It's really going to help out with the Luther Foundation. Like, it's going to put it down on lock. And Clark's just like, oh, sick combo. Sick combo. And then, of course...
It's a full 3 seconds.
Dude, no. It's longer than that, Taylor. All right, he's here for the whole thing. And, of course, Ian basically gives a thank you in the form of a kiss on the mouth to Lana. And Lana's like, whoa. Like, she wasn't expecting that, but she also let it happen. And
so Joseph, I have a lot of questions for you right now.
You better pause it.
And this is where my questions begin, because no, I gotta let the scene flow through, because it's Clark then, as Ian gave her a kiss, walked away. Clark then goes, "Oh, I see the study date went well last night." She goes, "Well, there actually wasn't a lot of studying. Once I figured out the trick, then
Study part was over.
Ian's really intense." Okay.
Bondage.
I'm just going to let you know this right now. Last night, they had a full-on makeout sesh. And the reason why she was shocked in that scene was not because he kissed her. It was because he kissed her in front of everybody.
Yeah.
That's where she was shocked. Yeah. That was not their first kiss whatsoever, though. That was her believing that he was wanting to hide it or something on the lines. But yeah, they full-on went at it last night.
But of course, so I love Ian because it shows the time they're in. Yeah, hey, Lana, I'll talk to you later. Page me. Page me. Page me? Bro, you have a pager?
Yeah, but did you know Ian is intense in a good way?
Yeah, it's not really a bad way. It's a good way. It's not really that, lame intense. It's that cool intense.
We're getting together again tonight. Oh, so I guess you're going to be doing more studying then? No, actually, we're going to go see a movie, Clark. Well, excuse me, what the hell does Chloe think of this?
And see, this goes back to Clark being reasonable. He was like, oh, this is weird.
Joseph, he's not reasonable.
What are you talking about?
Listen, I'm with you. I'm not... Listen.
You had me as far as stalking on the kiss.
Okay, that's what I mean, though. This entire scene, I can't let go.
What?
You're stalking because you're trying to tell me that he's over being jealous in 5 seconds? No. I mean, come on. He was
there's of course going to be some jealousy there, bro. Obviously, there's the lingering feelings. It's all time. That's his childhood crush. I mean.
There's jealousy here besides concern. I get it. It's both. But yeah, there's some. Come on. There's the J word.
But I would say it's like, if you're going to get me there, it's going to be 70% actual concern, 30% jealousy.
Okay, I'll give you that. I will actually give you that.
At this point. Probably 100% jealousy when he was eavesdropping on the conversation.
Okay.
But
he's getting over it.
But at this point, he's like, well, if you're going to see a movie.
Yes, and that's where I do agree with you.
Because then he's forgetting about that whole thing now. He's like, well, what does Chloe think? Because I know she likes him, or they're going out or something. And
well, and Clark even says, because there is some validation here. Clark, well, they were going to be going on a date too. So if you guys are going to be going on a date, they're going to be going on a date. I think there's going to be a little bit of a conflicting matter here, don't you think? He did bail on her after all in order to help you with her algebra homework. Because remember, Clark doesn't know there's 2 of them.
Yeah, and so even Lana's like, well, I helped Chloe and I unpacked for like an hour last night. She didn't say anything. And it was like, well, I'm just telling you the facts here. I know what I heard. And of course, Lana, I would say, is overstepping a bit.
I actually put in.
She was like, because she interrupts Clark. She's like, listen, Clark, I mean, if you're gonna really be
make
concerned,
these accusations,
you're gonna be concerned, and like if you're really looking out for us, or like making, just present me some facts first. If you don't have any facts, stay out of it.
Yeah, she goes, if you don't have any facts, fuck off.
Facts, bro.
And this is what my problem is. I haven't put in my notes. If I'm Clark, I'm not talking to you for a week, bitch. Like,
bro,
who the hell? What?
I'm like, okay, I tried. I'm just being a concerned friend over here.
Also, I would have let it go. You want to know how bad I am? I would let it go. I'm not bothering with you and Ian anymore.
I put that in my notes. It's funny earlier because what we were talking about when they're at the town and Ian played both of them, obviously, I put Clark is now Cuck Kent. He is now evolved to Cuck Kent.
The problem is he was watching this scene.
He watched it all. And then he watched the kiss. He's Cuck Kent.
You know what? He is. And after her making that type of backtalk, that type of accusation, that type of attitude, okay, you have pissed me off.
Yeah, it was really bad. I'd be mad at Lana.
I'm so disappointed in Lana. Clark, of course, is more upset because
they're not listening to him.
They are
not.
not.
Lana isn't, at least.
Nobody is giving
because he hasn't approached Chloe yet.
Nobody is giving him the benefit of the doubt, it seems. It seems that there's a lot of just automatically assuming you're angry.
And I will give it to them a little because of Clark's track record. Okay? This man was up at 4:30 at the cemetery spying on a man for Lana. And it's like, okay. And he's overstepped. He even overstepped with Whitney at some points, bro.
Yeah. Okay, he overstepped. Okay, watching her in the cemetery. Hey, Joseph, was she right? Was he right? Was that a monster?
Technically, yes.
Was he a monster trying to kill Lana?
His name was Byron, dude. He was a human being, okay?
Unless sun
it was
hits
just a
him.
Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde thing.
I'm going to anger management now.
No, this is Sex Addicts Anonymous.
We are opening up to what it says on the board, though.
No. It says anger management course or whatever, and Lex walks in and he sees Dr. Helen Bryce here. I thought she was actually going to be the one hosting the meeting.
I put in the notes as this scene was going. I go, oh, so Dr. Bryce is now hosting the anger management class. Of course she is. She even puts on her name tag, Bored Silly. I'm like, she's the teacher.
Yeah. And then, of course, she's actually in there for anger management stuff as well.
Apparently she has a problem because
she dropped kicked an orderly.
Well, she has a violent reaction to incompetence. Is that what you do?
So basically, she kicks people in the head that are stupid.
Yeah, she told a nurse or somebody to do something for her. They didn't do it, and so she drop kicked them in the head. She didn't get fired. She's not up for assault.
Yeah, well, her license isn't pulled.
Instead, she is just having to go to anger management. Lex being here makes sense. Her being here, I think there's a board review that needs to be going on.
I think you should be in jail, assaulter. And I love her little slide to Lex, like, so what are you in here for? Verbally abusing your butler? And Lex goes, cute. That's very cute. I actually beat the shit out of this car with my 9-iron.
Ooh, that actually turned me on.
And of course, this is where we get the more hints now. And Helen finally goes, you don't remember me, do you?
Well, Lex asks her, well, after the class, would you be wanting to get something to eat? We could go somewhere.
She's like, no.
And he's a little bit weirded out. What, you have some type of policy with dating, like one of your patients or people you meet in the classmate? No, I just have something of dating you.
Oh, you don't remember me, do you, Lex? I am your mother. I'm just kidding.
So I immediately thought, though, that he had sex with her and he never called her back.
Blackout drunk sex?
That's what I thought, that she was maybe...
AKA Sex Addicts Anonymous.
AKA could be the other girl in the pool that may not have been Nell that Lana may have saw. That would have been great. I want to know who that girl is. But she still rejected him.
She did reject.
And it's obviously because Lex may have just been a bad person to her in the past, which is why no go. But we are opening up to the next scene where Clark is about to get his ass chewed once again.
Oh my god!
Because
dude.
Chloe,
I don't know who was worse, Lana or Chloe, but yeah,
I think Chloe's worse.
He comes to the torch and he sees that Chloe's working on a Ian Randall secret interview or whatever. What's Ian Randall's secret? Because of course he's just so smart, smartest kid ever.
Ian, the academic superstar. Well, at least we're not being biased about our articles. Whoa, Clark. Whoa. Creeping up the wrong tree once again.
That was a little slight there.
Yes. And she goes, well, you know what? This is just an article. I think it's really impressive what he's able to do.
I don't have to always do Wall of Weird stuff. You know, why am I defending myself?
Why am I defending myself? And Clark just goes, well, I don't like him. What is it about him, Clark?
Yeah, what is this
about
Clark? And Clark just says, "Look, I just want you to be careful." And she goes,
he
"Why?"
looks down though. I don't know.
I don't know. I just want you to be careful, okay?
What? Look, I probably shouldn't say anything, but I saw him and Lana in the hallway, and they seem pretty close.
Well, I don't like that because
Neither
why
do
wouldn't
I.
you just say
it? Just
they
say
literally
you
were
saw 'em
kissing?
making
They
out
kissed in the hallway.
That's it. It's not like I saw them having sex, Chloe. I saw them doing it. Okay, and this is.
Yeah, and
this
of course,
is pathetic.
So Chloe's like, no, Clark. See, Ian already told me Lana was kind of into him, but he told me not to say anything so I wouldn't hurt her feelings. And he goes, you believe that?
In what world would this be real?
It wouldn't.
Hey, listen, Chloe, your friend loves me so much, but I only love you. Let's not tell her because, she'll get her heart broken because of how much she loves me, because of how great I am, because I'm J-fucking-T-T.
And I love this too because Clark truly meant like, you really believe that? Because I think he's bullshitting. And Chloe's like, wow, you really can't imagine that someone would choose me over Lana. God.
And then she leaves the office, leaving him looking like the ass.
And then Clark's just like, dude, what the hell? I would literally, like to your point earlier, I would have gave up.
I'm done with both of you.
I'm done.
I'll see you ladies in a week. Y'all let me know how this ends when it blows up in your face.
And then Clark actually confronts Ian here.
But it's also kind of a good scene because Ian's like, hey, man, what's going on? Clark, I don't have enough time for you, man. I'm on my pager.
Dude, and yeah, he's on his page. It's like, oh, who paged me today? Luther Foundation. And he's like, dude, I know you're playing them off of each other and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, I must have learned from the master.
Oh.
And he pats him on the arm and tries to just brush him off and go away. But it's like...
And Clark is so confused and he's like, what is that supposed to mean? Ian, listen, man, don't try to act like this. Chloe even told me you left her right after spring formal. And then Lana says you sent off so many mixed signals that you would throw off a radar.
So Clark's a big topic of discussion with this man, huh?
I actually put that in my notes too. I go, all right, Ian.
So are they having dates or are they just kind of complaining about Clark?
You want me to get, all right, this is why JTT is the man. So what he is doing is he's making the ladies vulnerable and weak to where he is then saying to make them feel like that no man wants them. So then he makes his move so then they feel like somebody does want them, a.k.a. JTT. Mm-hmm. That is what we call the Dennis system. That is what he is running now.
And this is where we get into where Ian's low-key a genius because he's actually using both of them in different ways for his goal of getting to Ivy League. He needs to look good for the article, and then he has Lana as the peer recommendation.
What I love is guess who actually figured it out? Guess who is my new Velma in this
Clark.
episode?
He's the one who points it out. Like, so you're using them to get your scholarship, aren't you?
Clark
just to
was
fast
looking
track
for
everything.
a hole. He was like, what is going on with this kid? What am I missing?
Yeah, like, why would he do this? I mean, unless he's truly just an ass, there has to be an objective here.
Yeah, like he's, wait. So no matter what, because Ian blatantly says, you know what, Clark, you're just jealous because I'm about to get out of this hick town. So no matter what, you're not staying with the girls.
Yeah.
No matter what, you're planning on graduating this year where you're going to be leaving somewhere. I get it. You're using Chloe for the article and you're using Lana for Lax. Now it makes sense. Ian knows that he has figured out, tries to walk away, and it's like, you know what? You're crazy, kid. Get away from me. Get out of my life.
And even Clark points out, it's like, it's going to be pretty hard to get that scholarship when I know you got to see.
Wasn't it pretty weird that Frankel wasn't able to show up in order to post those grades on Thursday? Lucky you.
Yeah, you trying to say something, Clark?
Listen, guy took a sick day. Stay out of my life, Kent. And Clark just stares, has that little grin smile, and he's like, I think I got him.
Oh, dude, I'd be proud as well.
I was a little proud of Clark. I was a little proud of Clark.
He figured it out, and of course, what they do, well, Clark and Pete, next scene is they go to the shop class. They're trying to find, what happened. I guess evidence or something here, like
full on disclosure. There would be a blood spot somewhere. There would be a smelly somewhere of like a dead body, because what happens is that they take 10 seconds to look.
Yeah, because it hasn't been like 2 days now. Yes. It would definitely smell.
Yeah, no, Thursday. So it was probably a Monday, in fact, because he had the dates with Chloe and Lana too.
Oh, that's right. And even why Clark even goes into here to check, because Principal Reynolds, who we've met a couple episodes ago, is that...
Who's the real deal.
Yeah, he was...
He's the real OG.
He is the real deal. And of course, he mentioned that, Franklin actually never called in sick.
He just didn't show up.
Yeah, that's when Clark was like, oh, there's something fishy then. Then they find the body of Mr. Frankel there. Then the fire starts, and Clark sees a brief image of Ian walking by, because obviously Ian's trying to burn them alive.
Hey, it's like really like a lot, like an abundance of in metal shop classes? Gas.
Yeah.
Like we just have gas tanks hanging out in the classroom with a lot of kids around. And by the way, whenever you're using metal and sparks fly everywhere, I swear to God, it's not going to affect the gasoline or catch.
Not at all, dude.
No. Why is there so much gas? Is that where they're storing it in Smallville?
They were gassed up, baby.
They were storing their gasoline in Smallville at the school.
Man, now let me talk about a scene that I love here. When they leave, of course, Clark goes to Chloe's house, and he's trying to find Chloe.
Oh, yes.
And he finds them making out in the dark.
Can you please, hold on, I just want to back you up because I want you to still go. I just want you to twist something for me. Joseph, he breaks into Chloe's home. Now you can go.
Damn it, you're right. So yes, he broke in and he turned on the light, and of course they're making out, and he's like, what are y'all doing? He's like, what's it look like, Kent? And it's Ian and Chloe, and even Clark's just like, dude, this guy just tried to murder me at Mr. Frankel's class. And they're like, is this a joke? And of course he's like, it happened like 20 minutes ago. I came right over. He's like, well, that's impossible. I've been here for the last 3 hours. Oh, now Clark is confuzzled.
Okay. So let me also explain to people, because everyone may be like, well, isn't it weird that Clark is now going into Chloe's house and being like, by the way, I love that. Because then, like, whenever they say, we've been here for 3 hours, Clark looks down. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. He's so confused. And I think anyone would be. He's like, damn it, dude, I just saw him. I'm not crazy.
He went into Chloe's house, though, in my opinion. Sure, he broke in and he should have knocked and called. But he broke in order to actually ask her, be like, okay, I think I figured this out. He was trying to solve all the clues that he's gathered in order to make the villain and to unmask him. That's why he was showing up to Chloe's.
Yeah.
Even though it was late at night.
Because he knew he needed the brains. He needed the brains to come help out.
He needed to connect the dots.
Yeah. And he was like, Chloe, am I crazy? Like, is this what's going on?
Instead, he made himself even crazier because them saying, I've been here for 3 hours. Oh, damn it. I thought I had it.
It's like, well, shit. Back to the drawing board, I guess. Pete, where are you?
And this is also going back to what we have been talking about and tying in. Chloe thought that he went in that room in order to break them up because he was jealous.
Yeah.
That's what Chloe's mind is at in this episode, that Clark is only jelly, so he is then showing up to break out their makeout sesh because he has feelings still. But I'm not into this. Yeah. I'm into Ian.
I would never suck off Clark any moment in time.
What?
I'm over it. Wait, what? Sorry.
Okay, I'm not on board with that.
What?
I'm not on board. It was in there.
Dude, she's so bad.
Mr. Sullivan could have woken up.
Where is Mr. Sullivan, by the way?
Where is he, Dad?
What the hell? And
right,
so we go back to the Talon, and we have Lana working on her math, and she has that shitty calculator on her.
Well, she seems to be doing the numbers here for the coffee shop, and of course...
I love this. Pause it real quick. So Clark comes in. He's already looking around. He's like, all right, Lana, yeah. Have you seen Chloe? It's like, oh, no, she's at the sheriff's station giving her statement. And she obviously gave attitude, and Clark's like,
Well, she storms up.
I didn't order the question with a side of hostility.
Maybe next time you'll just answer it properly.
Yeah, what the hell? I just walked in here. I just asked a question. And of course, Lana's like, Chloe told me what you did. And
why would you ever think that Ian would do something like that? Okay, let's ask the other question here, Lana. What was Ian doing with Chloe so late at night? They were just doing their interview.
I literally walked in them and they were making out.
Clark, you know what? You're only saying this because you're just jealous.
Yeah, it's like, a boy with secrets? Surprised y'all aren't best friends.
Stop trying to turn this around on me, damn it. Finally, he snaps back, though. Finally, he gives her a little bit of sass back, and he's like, stop trying
does she conduct interviews by making out with her subjects?
Yeah, and because all Lana wants to do is blame Clark in this scenario versus having to listen to him. Even him saying that he makes out with the subjects, Lana then buys the exact same line that Chloe was fed.
Look, Ian told me Chloe was into him, but he told me not to tell her it wasn't serious, so just not to hurt her feelings. Like, and Clark's even like, God damn, he said the same thing.
And he told you not to tell Chloe, didn't he? Come on, man. He said the same thing to Chloe. What's going on here? Lana, you're smarter than this.
And Lana just keeps trying to brush it off. This is all because I enjoy spending time with Ian, then you are way overreacting. If anything, I would say you're jealous.
All she does is she looks around and she wants him to say that he is jealous. Instead, Clark goes, come on, man. I'm just trying to be your friend here. And this is where a guy is asking two people out at the same time. He's asking y'all to do the same thing. A guy is asking you to lie for him. The two people he is closest to, what type of person would do that? AKA Clark Kent.
Yeah. Oh, Clark, you dug yourself that one, buddy.
I put in the notes. Oh, hey, Clark just caught the kettle black.
And so Clark walks out. He's frustrated, obviously. We go back to Helen, and Lex shows up and surprises her. And he's like, yeah, Metropolis General, I was drunk. I was pretty much blackout, puking my guts out in the ER, and you were the first year med student assigned to sober me up.
And that's why she hates him?
Yeah. Was he puking all over her?
She says I should be thanking you because that's what you convinced me to do, is to leave Metropolis, where I ended up following exactly where you ended up, because there's no way I would have known that you were a part of Smallville. Yes, you did.
Yeah, and she's like, I left Metropolis. It's like, well, I guess you gave up the plastic surgery to come do small-town medicine. And she just figured out, oh, he knows who I am.
Oh, yeah, because, by the way, I know who your father is.
Stanley Bryce.
He's the best plastic surgeon in Metropolis. I've done my homework. You intrigue me, Helen.
Oh, we're on a first-name basis, Lex? You know, for the record, I refused to join my father's practice, and we stopped speaking.
Oh, you know what Lex just said? Yeah, she has daddy issues. Oh my God,
and
she's
like,
perfect.
Oh yeah, that's what does he say actually? Go back.
Well, no, he says I think we have something. That's what we have in common.
It's like, oh yeah, they hate it when you say that.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
he's like, oh, you speak from experience, huh? It's like, you witnessed my self-destructive phase. Then I almost let my father die.
And now I'm trying to beat him at his own game. And all Helen said was, oh my God, he has daddy issues.
BDE, bro. Y'all know what that stands for. Won't say it. If you really know, then you'll know. BDE, Lex Luthor.
What does it stand for?
You want to know? You want to know? Big dick energy, bro. Big dick energy. Lex is just swinging around this hospital, bro, just showing.
Yeah. Well, you know why? It's because he terrorizes meter maids.
And she drop kicks orderlies.
Hey, Lex.
They're a match made in heaven.
Guess what? I get off in 10 minutes if you're interested.
Yeah, because he walks away. He wasn't even asking her out again. And so
I'll see you in class.
I'll see you in class. He walks away, and she's like, I'm off in 10 minutes if you want to maybe bang before class.
Not what she said. By the way, this episode has got you going like heat.
Maybe. Helen's hot.
But Lex just gives a nice little smile there. We now go back to the Kent farm where the new Velma, a.k.a. Fred, is now doing
this is also a concern of mine.
What?
How does he get these records? How does he get Ian's records?
He probably hit up the same guy.
He's a man. He's not going to have that pool like Chloe does with the female gender body.
Hold on. I'm sorry, but if I know how to get into Chloe's email, I can email him.
I'm also just forgetting the fact that Clark is a Superman. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, he probably broke in and probably just destroyed the metal filing cabinet with all of them inside. And now they're going to have to question it because, everybody in this, half the town knows he has powers.
Oh, for sure. And Clark is, doing some investigating on Ian's records. And Pete walks in at the house. And, of course, he's like, oh, we're back on the Ian trails? Like, well, looks like he's taking classes at Smallville Community College while also taking classes here.
Pete walked into his home and left the door completely wide open. Who the hell do you think you are just doing that?
Bro, they got a screen door.
No, not the door that he walked in from.
They have a screen door there.
No, I know they do, but not from the door that he walked in from.
What?
Yeah, no. I'm going to have to do this.
I hate you.
What? Yeah.
Oh, right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I got it. Look at this.
Oh,
The
damn
screen door is actually open. So it is the same door. The screen door is open. Pete then opens the front door and just walks in, leaving it all. Dude, you know how many bugs are coming into that house?
Maybe they don't have that many bugs. It is also, it's a farm, sorry.
It's a
no,
farm.
I'm an idiot. I don't know. But anyways,
Pete's an idiot too. You guys have that in common, it appears.
But of course,
Twinning.
Pete sees like, oh, well, how can he be two places at once? He's not the Olsen twins, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, I'm actually not sure, but I think we can maybe set it up to see how we can find out for sure. And he uses the fact that, Ian has a pager, doesn't he?
Pete does go, well, let's not ask for the Chloe and Lana department. They're not interested in helping. And then Clark goes, you know what? I got an idea.
Yeah, now that you say that. And of course, Ian shows up to the Sullivan house. Mr. Sullivan answers the door. And of course, Ian's just like, hey, is Chloe around? She asked me to meet her at 5:30. It's like, oh, no, she's at the Torch.
Now, here is the big twist in the entire episode, in the entire history of Smallville. Hey, Joseph, did you know that they have cell phones?
They have cell phones.
They could have solved so many problems. The times of them having to rush over to figure out what's going on, they could have just called each other.
Yeah, and also, you like Clark's hiding spot?
Wait, he had a hiding spot?
Yeah, his hiding spot with his bright red truck that's literally in front of Ian's car.
Yeah, but it doesn't stick out in the Sullivan neighborhood
Oh,
with all the white houses.
Yeah, the shitty red truck doesn't stick out in the Luther Corp development area.
No, not at all. Ian wouldn't have noticed.
And so that Ian was mixed up. He's like, well, what the hell? Chloe's not here. I guess I'll go. And so the other Ian shows up at the Talon. And he's like, hey, Pete, you seen Lana? She told me to meet her here at 5:30. And of course, he's like, oh, I have no idea, man. You got me. And he calls Clark, or Pete calls Clark. He's like, dude, showed up right on time, man.
Right at 5:30 exactly.
So, confirmed. 2 Ians now. They put it together. And Chloe, rude ass at the Torch, ignores Clark's call.
That was as equal as what Lana said to Clark. Whenever Clark goes, okay, Pete, we got him. I'm going to now have to give Chloe the call. I got to reveal everything to the real Velma.
That's right.
And you know what the real Velma says? I want to be Scooby this episode.
Yeah.
And Clark, give it a rest.
Yeah, it's like she sees the caller ID. He's like, Clark, give it a rest, man. I was like, dude.
What do you think he's...
So, let me just get this straight. Give it a rest, right? I know her and Lana are talking, probably exchanging the stories of him confronting. He confronted each of them one time. Sorry, Lana twice, but that's because Lana was providing some sass, and he returned that shit right back to sender, bro.
He did.
And it's like, all he was doing was looking for Chloe. But dude, he approached Chloe one time about this, and she goes, oh God, Clark, give it a rest.
Chloe is in her own world with what she feels Clark is feeling, because at least this is... All right,
she's just too weak when it comes to men, dude, because, they're paying attention to me?
No, just...
Okay, this is pants off.
This is a little bit sad for me at the same time.
Yeah.
Because he's at least had the awkward moments with Lana to make you be like, oh, well, there's a little bit of, like, sexual tension there.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's none of that from Chloe, and yet in Chloe's mind there is.
Yeah. She lives in a fantasy land.
Yeah, where Clark is interested in her.
Clark still loves me, I swear.
It's really depressing whenever you get to the bottom of it. But guess who walks in?
To the Torch. You thought it was going to be Ian at first.
But instead it's Lana, where guess what we're going to have to talk about now?
Yeah, because now they know here, we need to talk. It's like, oh yeah, what about? About Ian.
Lana wants to talk and Chloe wants to get. I gotta pack up. I gotta go. I didn't know that Ian was coming. Oh no.
Yeah, and Lana's just like, yeah, I mean, is that why you're wearing a new blouse? You're just doing an interview with Ian?
Okay, this just got incredibly awkward. Listen, Chloe.
Yeah, just stop trying to hide it. Look, Clark came by the talent. I know about you and Ian. And of course, Chloe just keeps talking shit about Clark for a guy who's just so about privacy.
He doesn't know when to shut his mouth. When do you shut your mouth?
Yeah, let's bring up lineage.
Let's go. Let's bring up.
Remember when you're hitting up Rachel Dunleavy? Oh yeah, I think Clark's your son. You should come by.
Yeah, hey, thanks for that, psycho.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was your present to me was a psychopath.
That's right.
I appreciate it, Chloe. Anything else you want to get me for Christmas? So me being concerned about a guy then obviously makes me an asshole. And you know what? I should give it a rest.
And then Lana here even defends Clark finally. This isn't about Clark, Chloe. It's about us, man. Look.
Let's get to the bottom of this because Chloe finally then reveals, I hated keeping this from you. I really liked Ian. I didn't want to hurt your feelings. Listen, I don't want to hurt your feelings either, but I was going out with Ian too.
Yeah, I was with them last night. And of course, Chloe's already about to cry, making me 0 for 2, and they always go for Lana sweepstake. It's like, dude, you're so pathetic. You're like Pete last season.
Yes, that's exactly who she is because Lana then has to make her realize he's playing us both, you dumbass.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? Like, we're both equally hot, Chloe.
Yeah. Oh my God, he's picking you over me. He's doing both of you.
So we have Ian walk in to the torch, and of course, like, hey, yeah, I've been looking for both of you. And then he's like, oh, wow, for the 2-for-1 special? Hell yeah. Ian should have been like, well, actually, no, he does say, can you blame me?
Well, no, because they go, we know what you've been doing. Well, yeah, can you blame me? Yeah. The 2 prettiest and the 2 smartest girls in school? Why wouldn't I be doing this?
Together, you're almost my equal.
Dude.
Oh my God. Misogynist.
I'm going to ask you a question now. Does Ian make out with his clone?
Oh, dude. I don't know, man.
He just said.
I definitely would say.
You almost equal me. So the only person that would be up to his standards
is himself.
So does he.
I would definitely say there was some experimenting growing up.
Oh my God.
But anyways, yeah, so he's like, Clark tried to warn us about you. Oh, now we want to bring up Clark, how he tried to warn you.
What did you just say? Time to lock the door.
Yeah. Oh, Clark said that? That's cool. Guess what? I can lock this door right now. The only door out of this office. And of course, now they see, I have a bright future ahead of me, but yours, on the other hand, don't look so bright. The other door shows the other Ian. They turn around and they try to finally figure it out. There are 2 Ians.
All right.
And they're so scared.
And there's also just such a gigantic problem. All right, folks. Ian is about my size.
Yep.
Chloe is about my size. Mm-hmm. So it's about Lana. Maybe I got like 5 pounds on him. I don't have a weapon. And I'm just going to do what exactly? You're coming with me. Don't fight, please.
Yeah, take it easy on me. Take it easy on me.
I don't have a weapon. I'm not going to threaten you with anything. I'm just going to say, look, there's 2 of me.
Yeah.
And there's 2 of you.
They could easily fight him.
They could take him.
They could take him.
I
understand there's 2. So obviously it has to be one, like, mano-a-mano for each of them. But it's like, they could both attack one, maybe briefly, and then just run.
You would think Lana, at least, would, like, go into some type of self-defense class.
They need to call up Helen. She'd be drop-kicking people, so.
That's what I mean. Why isn't Lana or Chloe learning a self-defense class where they're able to... There's a lot of things that have happened to them. A lot of guys have taken their shots at them. Why are they not trying to defend themselves? Instead, they're allowing a guy that's my size to be like... You're coming with me.
Remember, they only rely on Clark, bro. They only rely on Clark.
Man, if that's what you're saying, that's making him worse. I'm not going to say that about him. I can't. I'm thinking maybe they were just so in love with Ian that they just didn't know what to do, or they were just so shocked that there were 2 of them that maybe they were saying, well, is there 3 of you?
Yeah.
Maybe there's 4.
And so we come down to Clark and Clark and Pete.
Clark and Frankel, huh?
Clark and Pete go to the torch and they see that a suicide note was written on the computer because obviously Ian found them
Oh my God, Joseph. And then this is mine. He so makes out with himself. The suicide note says, "We just couldn't help ourselves. We love Ian so much, we had to kill ourselves."
He loves himself.
He
so
loves
much.
himself so much.
And isn't it convenient? They try to suicide. It was always a suicide note. He's gonna kill them to get to me. Oh, let's go back to the dam where Eric wanted to kill himself. That one episode. Leech, Eric Summers, because his dad beat him.
Hey,
They would not easily access this dam.
You want to know how not to throw girls over a dam? It's this scene right now. This is how you don't do it.
Yeah,
just for future reference.
Yeah, Ian over here pulls up in the Escalade, dude, and he pulls out both the girls.
How did he get them in there?
They're not even tied up.
They're not even tied up.
They're not even knocked out, not even tied up, and they're over here just play fighting to get over the dam. And he's like, no, you come here, I'm gonna throw you both over.
It's like a hugging match.
Yeah, it's
where they're just yanking each other back and forth.
Yeah, who can take each other down first? And of course, look at this, bro. They're hugging. They're just hugging.
They're and by the way, nobody is scratching. Nobody is clawing at faces. Nobody is trying to really break away.
And dude, Ian gets Chloe first actually to go over, dumps her over, bro, this is brutal, man.
No, Chloe is able to escape first.
Yeah, because she's actually fighting.
Full-on football tackles her.
Knocks her out because of the impact, and I guess Ian is kind of strong. He's lifting this whole human dead weight.
Well, apparently he couldn't do this from the start here.
Nope. And of course he's still struggling with the hug fight with Lana. And she tries to break free and goes back to the car and is just holding the car. Nope, you can't get me now. Home base.
What I love is that the other Ian, hey man, give me some help over here.
Hey man, hurry up. Dump her over.
Yeah. All right, give me 1 sec. He just tosses Chloe's body right over. Clark takes the worst route in order to get to her.
Dude, why would he jump over and just he just free falling? He's not even, he could have sped down there, bro. And you're telling me he doesn't know this point? He could probably run parallel with the wall.
No, Joseph, I'm gonna fall down even
He
faster.
falls not even on his feet, just lands on his back. All right, I have a problem with this because he didn't even bother to jump up and maybe catch her the fall. That is a full fall on a strong man of steel. I'm sorry, her body would still break on that catch.
No, Joseph, you're missing it. It would have been a Gwen Stacy death.
Yeah, whiplash something. She would have died in his arms, bro.
The neck would have snapped or something.
You saw how high that was.
Yes, I saw how high, but he also took a kneel in order to catch her. I think taking the kneel was more of a soft catch versus if he was standing and then grabbed her, then it's a hard catch.
I love Ian's reaction too because he's looking. He's just like, what?
He's like, come on, man. I was
what
so
just happened?
Close.
How do you do that? And of course, he speeds back up there, and Ian's not even questioning, oh, Clark, how'd you do that? And of course,
well, no, Ian's like, you know what? I need to go grab a metal pole here that's just lying on the ground.
Yeah. Oh my god. So this Ian tried with the pole. He's tries to hit Clark, and of course Clark's like, oh, you're an idiot. I'm gonna toss you on the only map at this dam.
While the other Ian is struggling with Lana.
He literally throws himself over first. And of course they're just hanging on each other at the dam, trying not to fall. Clark sees that obviously need to go catch Lana, so he does. He catches Lana.
He first throws Ian though on that little map sign.
That's
says,
right.
Get out of here.
Yeah. And then of course Lana's like, Clark, no! How'd she know he was here?
Huh?
How'd she know he was here? Did she see him?
Yeah, because she saw him using his powers. That's the only way that she would have been able to know.
No one ever questions how this man is getting everywhere on foot.
And here's the other theory, though, is that if she did not see his powers, she just assumed that he was there, to your point. That they just expect Clark to always show up.
Yeah.
So no matter what, they would just be screaming Clark's name.
Clark! And of course, so Clark catches her, and Ian, whichever is the real or the clone, he falls to his death.
Yes.
And the other Ian was just tossed around and knocked out. So Clark saves both the women here, even though they didn't deserve it. But
not at all. I probably would have let Lana drop.
The upshot of Lana's ass. Very, very good. I enjoyed that scene.
What? Wow, dude. Wow.
It looked good, man.
Man, you sound like Josh Whedon. Why don't you go make Justice League?
Hey, Lana. Hey, sorry, Kristen. So anyways, yeah,
We
they're
need to
all
do the bridge
safe,
scene.
good to go. And that's the end of Ian. We don't hear from him anymore. I think he's arrested. Did they even clarify? See, this was my biggest problem too, and I pointed it, or I talked to you about it earlier, is that they don't explain his powers. They don't say why he got it. He doesn't even explain himself.
Why? Why would they need to?
And I looked it up, and apparently on the wiki page for Smallville, he's a meteor freak. But there's no indication of that at all.
Wait. Is there an indication though in the comics?
I have no idea.
We're going to have to read the Smallville comics.
I guess so.
We're going to have to get down to the bottom of it because that is very true. There is no acknowledgement of any kryptonite. There is no acknowledgement of him
Just
even
being
trying his
born that way or
powers.
something.
There's just nothing to be able to tie it in any way to what is the power. Instead, it's a guessing game once again because the Smallville writers forgot. And now we are on the Kent farm where it's a long Jonathan and Martha apology, it appears.
Yeah, and it's so stupid because it's like, ever since you took this job, it seems like you just, your priorities are just shifted. I'm not as important. It's like, it's her job.
Yeah, John, you know why the bank wants to take our property? It's because of this shit that you're saying right now. And for me, where I'm trying to actually support our home, you're then using that against me because the reason why I'm trying to do these books right now is to see if we would survive with me quitting my job.
Yeah, and of course he's like saying, no, don't quit your job.
I need you to work.
And Martha has to clarify, y'all come first, because that's not clarified ever.
Yeah, because the Kent boys to Martha in this episode are awful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And so enough of that drama there.
No pie.
We go back to the girls, the new sisters, roommates, whatever you want to call them, Chloe and Lana, and just talking about, we should have known better. Wow, Chloe's like, oh, what is it about me? Do I have a sign around my neck that says mutant magnet? Because, dude, it's only ever about Chloe, right?
Listen, Chloe.
She's so self-absorbed, bro.
He fooled me too. But I think how we can fix this is that for in the future, we could just be honest with each other. No more secrets. Okay, well, Lana, you know what? Since there are no more secrets, I'm going to break it down to you. You are not a glorified guest. You need to stop feeling like that you're needing to earn your place into this home when in fact you just need to be able to accept yourself as a part of the family.
You are a Sullivan now, pretty much.
Yes. Mr. Sullivan.
Mr. Sullivan.
Sully.
Sully.
Yeah, Monsters Inc. Sorry, shout out. Boo.
Or Jake Sully
Jake.
from Avatar. Jake Sully.
No.
Jake Sully.
All right. But either way, Chloe is going through the routines in her home on what to do and what not to do.
It's basically sarcasm. Like, yeah, you always want to make your bed after 5 p.m.
Which, by the way, can you explain that to me? Explain that to me.
At 5
now.
p.m., I'm not making my bed.
Well, no. I need that explained.
Why?
I'm going to bed at what, 10, 11?
Yeah.
Why am I making my bed at 5 p.m.?
Yeah, because she's an idiot.
Okay. And also,
Chloe has been an idiot all season so far.
I don't, in this season, yes. Because Chloe even says, you know what, with the dishes, don't do them until the sink is overflowing.
That's right. And no matter what my dad says about cleaning up your clothes on the ground, don't do it.
You know what? Just make him do it.
Yeah.
What? Like,
Chloe sucks, man.
Mr. Sullivan's going to be having to be like, oh, okay, I'll pick it all
Lana's
up.
going to be the golden child, and then Chloe, of course, will be mad about that, and then it's going to be all about her again.
Yeah, you know what?
God, I hope Lana makes her better. God, her being in that household, I really hope. So, this is the best part here. We get our proper ending. So, Clark shows up to the town because Lana and Chloe messaged him to come by.
They decided to talk to him because they were up all night. And by the way, they did themselves up. They dressed up for this in order for Clark to then come, where they were now going to apologize to Clark because Clark has been treated as if he was the bad guy, as if he was doing something. And Chloe even makes the shot of, well, you were also going to be using us as bait, so that's also a thing.
It's about her, bro. Lana doesn't even back that up.
But Lana then at least interrupts and was like, but what we wanted to say was thank you for being able to look out for us. Chloe, there's a lot of water under the bridge. We need to be able to get by this. Clark.
So I know there's a lot of issues with me, but I'm never going to let anyone hurt you. I mean, and then, of course, like, we know that, Clark. No, you didn't know that all episode.
And Clark finally finally,
love
ladies and
this.
gentlemen, stands up for himself where he tears into them. He says, I just find it interesting that you guys would be giving Ian all the latitude in the world of believing everything he says when you just started talking to him for 3 days. And
I just get easily dismissed.
And yet you've been friends with me for so long. Listen,
Yeah, Chloe's like, after all the times you've been less than honest with us, can you really blame us?
how many times have I saved your life?
Yeah.
You ungrateful asshole.
Yeah, remember when the torch was burning alive and you're like screaming, Clark!
Yeah, remember how you keep and always assume that I'm going to be there, and I am? Guess what? Never again.
Yeah, and he says, oh, you want honesty? I expected both from you. Or I expected more from both of you.
That is amazing.
He's like, yeah, you want some honesty? The truth is I expected more from both of you.
He calls them pathetic.
Yeah.
And that is...
Because Chloe is.
Okay. He calls them both pathetic, where both of them are completely shocked. And Lana, well, you know what? We expected more from you.
What the hell?
What? They're trying again to flip this. That's what they've been doing.
Why? What are you expecting? He literally gave y'all, like, he was asking y'all questions. He's like, we made a mistake, but it was ours to make, Clark. Okay, so you want to be idiots.
Yes, so...
You don't want anyone to help you out.
I'm not supposed to be looking out for y'all. Instead, you guys just make your own decisions. What Chloe then breaks up the tension in a way. Well, so how do we move forward here? What do we do now? Clark, well, first, you can stop treating me like a jealous boyfriend. Because, you know, since none of us have actually dated.
Damn.
Somebody needs to tell Chloe. Somebody needs to be watching her.
That's true, yeah. And he even goes, you want to be friends? Let's be friends. Dicks.
And that's what I love, is that even Lana's disappointed because...
Is that what you really want?
She sets him up again.
This is so stupid.
It's so manipulative from both women here, trying to make Clark the bad guy, trying to...
Yeah, because she's like almost holding back tears in frustration. She's like, is that what you really want?
And Clark doesn't even hesitate. Yeah, it is.
It's like, yeah, it is. Ask another dumb question, please.
And he immediately turns around and just walks away. Because guess what? I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah, and Lana's like, okay.
Clark, good night.
Yeah, enjoy your little freezer pops you got over there with the little straws.
Both girls did not see that conversation going that way whatsoever. They
idiots.
expected him to grovel. Mm-hmm. They expected him to be wanting, like, to beg for them, be like, I'm sorry that I was like this. I need to stop overreacting.
Don't you love his smile as he walks out?
He walks
He's
out
the
of
champion,
there.
bro.
He walks out and he's holding the belt.
Yeah, that's right.
He is like, yes,
that's
this
the world
is
heavyweight,
my
bro.
night. I won. Take it.
Dude, and yeah, I mean, anyone who's watching this and listening also, you're rooting for Clark right now. It's just like, dude, you're an MVP. You're an MVP. You handled everything, honestly, so perfect, realistic, and in a great, mild-mannered way. All the girls suck.
All the girls suck.
Yeah.
Yes.
Only one that didn't suck was Helen. But she drop kicked an orderly.
Yeah, so that kind of sucks. Yeah. And by the way, no. Martha didn't suck.
That's right.
Martha was just made out to suck, but Martha did not suck.
True, but man, yeah, that's it. Clark walks away as a champion with his victory, and that's the end of the episode. Fun fact for you on because there was a deleted scene for this episode on the box set DVD.
Sex scene?
There's an alternate ending basically for Ian. So they're gonna put it to a point where that it's just one that he can make. I believe that's confirmed with this, and they feel each other's pain. So when that one dropped, it was supposed to show that Clark was going to go check on him, and he was obviously, like, bloody, coughing up blood or whatever, and the other Ian was going to show up also coughing up blood because he's feeling all the pain and injury from the other one. And apparently he tells him, we were born together, and we'll die the same way. And Ian dies with one of the clone actually vanishing, but Ian, the real one, stays and dies. But, obviously, that didn't happen. He's going to come back later.
I don't like that ending.
That's why they got rid of it.
Yeah, because the reason why I don't like it, it seems silly to me. It's, you know what it is? It's the Hellboy brother and sister.
Oh, yeah.
The Golden Army.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's them two, wherever one of them gets cut in the face, the other one has the cut also show up. The reason why I don't like that is because I like the prestige. I like the...
No, I think that's why they didn't want to even put it, because it works.
Well, and it also makes you feel like the person's always suffering in a way too.
One of them is for sure.
Well, you
Or
never
both.
know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
both.
because I at least enjoyed that we were back to finally the high school drama. We were back to what should have been a kryptonite power. We seem to just be back on track with this episode versus the depression. And once again, Clark being able to put the ladies in the place that they deserved.
Yep.
This is what I want Smallville to be.
Hell yeah,
I have
brother.
been waiting.
And so, of course, next episode is episode 10, Skinwalkers. And boy, it's going to be a good one.
All I know is I'm probably going to leave my wife for Kyla.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about Kyla. We'll explain her later. But she's basically wifey.
She's wifey material.
Yeah, she's wifey, bro.
I mean, Lana and Chloe, who?
Again, appreciate everyone listening. You know, we love looking at all the listens on our stuff. So, you know, all the fans out there who actually enjoyed listening to us idiots talk about a great show.
Please talk shit to me on Twitter.
Yeah, definitely. Yep, we still have that Twitter. Somebody save _me on Twitter, bro. Catch us there and catch us next time for Skinwalkers. We out.
I love Indians.